All right, so today we're picking up Diary of a Wimpy Kid, Rodrick Rules, and we're going to start on a Wednesday. Ever since Mom assigned the dishes to me and Rodrick, Dad's been going down to the furnace room after dark to work on his miniature Civil War battlefield. A battlefield of his. There's Dad downstairs. Dad spends at least 3 hours a night down there working on that thing. I think Dad would be happy to spend the whole weekend working on his battlefield, but Mom has other plans for him. Mom likes to rent these romantic comedies and make Dad sit with her and watch them. But I know Dad is just waiting for the first chance to break away and get back into the basement. Whenever Dad can't be down in the furnace room, he makes sure the kids keep away from it. He wouldn't let me or Rodrick go near his battlefield because he thinks we're going to mess it up. They probably would. And earlier today, I overheard Dad say something to Manny to make sure he didn't go down into the basement either. So Dad says, I think I just heard some gnashing noises coming from the furnace room. So he's trying to scare him from going down there. Saturday. Rowley came over to my house today. Dad didn't like it. Dad doesn't like it when Rowley comes over because Dad always says Rowley is accident prone. I think it's because one time Rowley was eating dinner here and he dropped a plate and broke it. So now Dad has this idea that Rowley is going to run the whole Civil War battlefield in one klutzy move. Here. So he's got a picture of Rowley bouncing on a trampoline and onto his things that he's making. Whenever Rowley comes over to my house these days, he gets the same greeting. Basement's off limits. Yes, sir. Rowley's dad doesn't like me either. That's why I don't go over to his house much anymore. The last time I spent the night at Rowley's, we watched this movie where some kids taught themselves a secret language that no grown-ups could understand. Bleepity bleep bleep, yerk. Translation, at exactly 2:30 p.m., let's drop all our books on the floor. Me and Rowley thought it would be pretty cool, and we tried to figure out how to talk the same language the kids were using in the movies. But we couldn't really get the hang of it, so we made up our own secret language. And we tried it at dinner. All right, so here, let me try and read the language. So here's what, so he's at Rowley's house, and that's Rowley's dad. Yo, pa, dad pa, smells pa, like pa, a woman pa, hee hee hee. So it's not very great language. But Rowley's dad must have cracked our code because I ended up getting sent home before dessert. And I haven't been invited to spend the night at Rowley's ever since. When Rowley came to my house today, he brought a bunch of pictures from his trip with him. He said the best part of his vacation was when he went on a river safari, and he showed me all the blurry pictures of birds and stuff. Now, I've been to the Wild Kingdom amusement park a bunch of times, but they have a river rapids ride where they have these awesome robot animals like gorillas and dinosaurs. If you ask me, Rowley's parents should have just saved the money and taken him there instead. Okay, so here they're talking. I'm going to read what they're saying. So Greg says, did you see any sharks fighting giant tarantulas on your safari? And Rowley says, no, and sharks don't fight tarantulas. And Greg says, well, in Wild Kingdom they do. But of course, Rowley didn't want to hear about my experiences, so he just gathered up his pictures and went home. Tonight after dinner, Mom and Dad watched one of the movies she rented, and Dad really wanted to work on the Civil War battlefield. When Mom got up to go to the bathroom, Dad stuffed a bunch of pillows under the blanket on his side of the bed that made it look like he was asleep. Mom didn't find out about Dad's decoy until after the movie was over. So where was Dad? He was down there working on his project. She made Dad come back to bed even though it was only 8:30. And now Manny sleeps in Mom and Dad's bed because he's afraid of the monster that lives in the furnace room. That kind of backfired on Dad, huh? Tuesday. I thought I was done hearing about Riley's trip, but I was wrong. Yesterday, our social studies teacher asked Riley to tell the class all about his vacation, and today he came to school wearing a ridiculous costume. But what was even worse is that some of the girls came up to Riley at lunch and started kissing his butt. So look at there. So he's dressed up. And so the girls say, "Tell me all about your trip." "Ah, si, senora." But then I realized maybe it wasn't such a bad thing after all. So I started parading Riley around the cafeteria because after all, he is my best friend. All right, so here's a picture. So Greg says, Riley here just got back from South Dakota, South America, whatever. Saturday. Dad had been taking me to the mall every Saturday for the past few weeks. At first, I thought it was because he wanted to spend more time with me, but then I realized he's just making sure he's out of the house for Rodrick's band practice, which I can totally understand. Rodrick and his heavy metal band practice in the basement on weekends. The lead singer of the band is a guy named Bill Walter, and me and Dad bumped into Bill on the way out the door. Hey, here. He says, "Morning, Mr. Heffley." Bill doesn't have a job, and he still lives with his parents, even though he's 35 years old. I'm pretty sure Dad's worst fear is that Rodrick is going to see Bill as some kind of role model, and that Rodrick will want to follow in Bill's footsteps. So whenever Dad sees Bill, it just puts him in a bad mood for the rest of the day. The reason Rodrick invited Bill to his band was because Bill got voted most likely to be a rock star when he was in high school. Right there, most likely to be a rock star. There's Bill. I haven't really worked out, it hasn't really worked out for Bill yet, and I think I heard Anna Withersham is in prison. Anyway, me and Dad went to the mall for a few hours today, but when we got back, Rodrick's band practice wasn't over yet. You could hear the guitars and the drums from a block away, and there were a bunch of random teenagers hanging out in our driveway. I guess they must have heard the music coming out of the basement and got drawn to it, sort of like how moths are drawn to light. When Dad saw the teenagers in the driveway, he totally freaked out. Dad ran inside to call the cops, but Mom stopped him before he could call 911. Mom said those strangers aren't doing any harm, and they were just appreciating Rodrick's music. But I didn't even know how she could say that with a straight face. And if she had ever heard Rodrick's band, you'd know what I mean. Dad couldn't relax with all those teenagers in our driveway. Look at here. So there's Dad peeking through the curtains at the teenagers. So Dad went upstairs, got his boombox, and he put on a classical music CD and let it play. And would you believe it or not, how quickly the driveway cleared out after that? Dad was pretty proud of himself for thinking up that one, but Mom accused him of getting rid of Rodrick's fans on purpose. Wait, I can't enjoy my music too? So look at here. So he plays the classical music and the kids leave. And now Dad's upset because Mom told him he was getting rid of the kids. All right, Sunday. Today on the car ride to church, I was making faces at Manny, trying to get him to laugh. I made this one face that made Manny laugh so hard that apple juice came out his nose. Look at that. Then Mom said, "You could have killed him." Well, once Mom put that thought into Manny's head, it was all over. Look at that. Now Manny's upset. See, this is the reason I keep my distance from Manny. Every time I try to have a little fun with him, I end up regretting it. I remember when I was younger and Mom and Dad told me I was getting a little brother, I was really excited. After all those years of getting pushed around by Rodrick, I was definitely ready to move up a notch on the totem pole. So look at here. So there's Rodrick kicking Greg, and now Greg's kicking Manny. But Mom and Dad have never been super protective of Manny, and they always have been super protective of Manny, and they won't let me lay a finger on him, even if he totally deserves it. Like the other day, I plugged in my video game system, and it wouldn't start. I opened it up, and I found that Manny had stuffed chocolate chip cookie into the disk drive. And of course, Manny used the same excuse he always uses when he breaks stuff. So there he is, and there's Manny, and he's saying, I'm only free. So that's his excuse if he breaks something. He's only 3. I really wanted to let Manny have it, but I couldn't do anything with Mom standing right there. Mom said she would have a talk with Manny, and they went downstairs. An hour and a half later, they came back into my room, and Manny was holding something in his hands. It says, I'm sorry, Bubby. It was a ball of tinfoil with a bunch of toothpicks sticking out. Don't ask me what I was supposed to make of that, what I was supposed to make up for my broken game system. I went to throw the stupid thing away, but Mom wouldn't even let me do that. Your brother made that for you. The first chance I get, this thing is going in the trash, because mark my words, if I don't get rid of it, I'm gonna end up sitting on it. Even though Manny drives me totally nuts, there's one reason I do like having him around. Ever since Manny started talking, Rodrick has stopped making me sell chocolate bars for his school fundraiser, and believe me, I was grateful for that. So let's look here. So this is before, and it says, hello sir, would you like to help support? Not interested. Okay, and now look at this one here. Now it says, would you like some cookies? Oh, how precious. All right, we're gonna stop there today, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Hope you have a good day. Bye.